Hello everybody, my name is Apple Phoenix. Good morning, gamers. And today, a little bit of an update. So, first, I'm going to lead this with, I've been using Windows since Windows 95. I have used Windows 95. I have used Windows 98. I have used Windows 2000. I have used Windows Millennium Edition. I have used Windows XP. I have used Windows 7. I have used Windows 8. I have used Windows Vista. I've used Windows 8.1. And I have used Windows 10. Now, I've been using it pretty much constantly since I was like 3. Was when it appeared in my aunt's house and I started using it. Look, I think with how everything is going with Windows 11, security is it's outrageous. Like, people are like, oh, but it's got good security or whatever. Like, people can be like that, but like the truth is that I don't like the AI in it. I don't like the giving my information freely, them taking screenshots of my, like, look, there's plenty of things that if I really wanted to, I could go into it, and there are people who have done it much better than I have. Look, I'm not gonna show why I'm gonna move on from Windows. Just express that I don't like the direction that things are going, and I will be switching to Linux when I get the chance here in like less than a week. So what I make may change over time based off of the fact that it's going to be on Linux. Not everything is a Linux thing, and I know this. I know that there's going to be a lot of complicated things that I'm going to have to learn in a very short amount of time. But I'm not going to back down off of this because I don't appreciate... Oh, yeah, there's a good one. There's a good example. The ads on the start menu. The ads on the start menu, the AI assistant that is permeating every aspect of Windows 11. I don't like the way things are going. So I won't be joining in on Windows 11. Plus, I don't appreciate them taking millions of PCs and that were otherwise functional PCs and saying, you have to upgrade, you have to get a new computer, you need to recycle your old computer, and fuck you. I'll just say it, fuck you right back. I'm not getting rid of this old PC of mine because it still works. It still does its job, and I'm still happy with it. So I guess I'm not going to Windows 11. But I can't stay on Windows 10. It's not secure. Over time, it gets even less secure. So I won't be staying on it. As much as I like the layout, as much as, you know, look, it's been said, you know, that there are no Windows fans. There's Apple fans, there's Linux fans, but there are no Windows fans. And the reason there are no Windows fans, and there might be, by the way, they just aren't allowed, especially these days. But yeah, I will be switching to Linux. It'll be Linux Mint, if you're wondering. This process is definitely interesting. It's become a whole big thing of what things do I care enough to preserve and which things am I going to make sure that I keep. And to be honest, looking over my computer, there's really not a lot. It's weird because there was stuff that I spent years, like saying, oh, I'm going to make sure that I have this in the future because maybe I'll go back. But after like actually taking the time to go through my whole computer, it kind of became obvious to me that there were only a few things, like my Minecraft save file, for instance. I'm not going to get rid of that. I'm not, you know, but beyond that, like, I mean, a lot of my stuff is on the cloud. I did use the cloud. I won't pretend like I'm some sort of Luddite that doesn't like technology, but like AI is kind of my line. I think the AI is being over proliferated, and it's too much. It's too much. Like the amount of stuff that like it's yeeted into the internet for us to see is way too much. Like there's just way more, like at this point it feels like there's more AI content out there than there is human content, and I'm moving to Linux. This is me, like, not a tech person, going to Linux. We'll see how it goes, but I'm not leaving it. I'll have to get used to it. I'm going to, like, promise that I'm going to stick to Linux. Now, if that means I move to a different Linux, what are they called, distros? Then I will. But for now, it'll be Linux Mint. So this is probably going to be not my last video made on Windows, but it's definitely going to be one of my last, because when the weekend is over is when I've been told that I'm going to get some help in moving over to Linux. I do have a good friend who is going to be helping me in that process, who knows a bit more about Linux and how to, you know, install it, and generally just so I don't end up not having a computer, because it's not like, see, if it was easy, everyone would do it, right? But or maybe, watch, it's gonna be like super easy, and all my fear is gonna be based off of this like propaganda that like people who like Windows have, like, I don't know, fucking, I don't know. It could be any of it, but honestly, I'm just sort of beside myself because I don't really know how it's gonna go, and I'm gonna make videos going forward talking about my experience with Linux. This is my, we'll call it, if my first Linux video is going to be on Tuesday or Wednesday, it would be my last 5 days of Windows content. So, yeah. I hate to admit that this is happening, but look. I don't love Windows. I don't hate Windows. Oh, I don't hate Windows 10. Big key thing. But it's not the first time that Windows has stumbled in the last 5 iterations. You had Windows Vista, which was a complete disaster. You had Windows 8.0, which was a complete disaster. Like, Windows 10 was okay when it rolled out, it got better. Like, it's kind of showing its cracks. It has cracks. But yeah, you know, it's I don't know. That's all I really have to say in this video, is that I'm going to be switching to Linux. And hopefully I don't have to get different hardware. We'll see. I hope not. That would destroy everything, and that would make there be a gap in uploads after I made the switch. But it would be worth it. It will be worth it, because I will have a more secure operating system that should run better. And it would be great to be running this hardware like it's 2015 all over again, to be honest, because it is showing its age. There are certain components on the computer that are broken, but it still works. And I'm going to use it as long as I can. So, one of the last videos on this busted ass old PC on Windows 10. I will be making videos about Linux. I will be showing what Linux looks like. And I will be talking about my experience as a new Linux user. On top of my gaming content, which I will be continuing. But it won't be the same Linux stuff because it will be a situation where I'm not quite knowledgeable. Look, I don't know what games I'm still going to be able to play. I don't know what games are going to be different. I just know it's going to be different. And I'm going to show that experience. So anyway, so if you like this video and are interested to learn about my Linux journey going forward, hit that like button, subscribe, and buckle up because it's going to get really stupid really quickly. I'm gonna sound really stupid going, oh, I don't know how this works. What does this do? By the way, don't tell me to delete my distro. I already know that code. I've already learned about that joke. So don't do that joke. Because I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, hope you have a fantastic evening. Peace.